welcome to Purple Cat Network. I make videos of my miniature craft projects focusing not just on my successes, but also my mistakes, so others can learn and improve their own projects because we're human and we're not perfect. Before we begin, make sure you hit the subscribe button for more miniature content and fails from me. A few weeks ago, I posted a video where I attempted to wire 4 miniature houses I had built onto a power distribution board. If you haven't watched the video, there's a link to it in the description or up here. Please click on it and watch now to avoid spoilers. I'll give you a few seconds to get around to it. Quick caveat, I am not an electrician. Please don't use what I am doing for educational purposes or assume what I am doing is correct. Don't try this at home without doing your own research first and seek the help of a professional if you are unsure. Okay, so now you have watched the video, you would know that only 3 of my houses lit up in the end because I was using the wrong DC power cord, which was just an old power cord I had laying around at home. Well, I have good news because I have now purchased a better power cord. I got this 12 volt, 5 amp DC power cable from Amazon. I actually purchased this for an unrelated D&D light project, but then I realized it might work for my miniatures because the voltage and amp is suitable. As a refresher, this power board has 2 settings, 3 volts and 12 volts. This needs to be set to 3 volts as this is what the lights in miniatures are rated for. What is a voltage, I hear you say? Well, voltage refers to the pressure of electricity flowing through a circuit. The higher the voltage, the higher the pressure. So if the pressure is too high, for these lights, if I put the volts to 12, they would blow up, I think. Similarly, you need to pay attention to how much voltage is going through the power board. With the highest setting as 12, this means the power board can provide 12 volts of power as well. But if you were to use a power cord with a higher voltage, potentially it could be too much and cause the power board to overheat and maybe catch fire. I don't know. I'm not an electrician. But I digress. My problem last time was actually not the voltage. It was the amps, which is the flow or strength of the current. So there was enough pressure being delivered, but the strength was too weak and the flow wasn't strong enough to make it all the way to the 4 houses. Now, one small light needs anywhere between 0.03 to 0.12 amps. So for every light, you need to add that amount of amps to the total. My houses in total have 21 LEDs, with the McLaren's pub having a whopping 11 LEDs. So to be on the safe side, I'll assume we need the maximum amps of 0.12 per light, just to make sure I have enough power. So to power all my lights, I need a minimum of 2.5 amps. I was able to power my pub, my cat cafe, and my bakery last time on my old power adapter. And this was a total of 15 lights, which required 1.8 amps. I think the other power cable I was using was likely rated to maybe 2 amps, although it didn't say it on the cable itself. My new power cable can provide 5 amps, which means all up, I should be able to power all 4 houses and still have 2.5 amps left, which means I can add even more houses. How many would depend on how many lights each one has. Most minis have between 1 to 3 lights, so theoretically, if you have minis with all a maximum of 3 lights, you could power up to 13 houses on this one power board, which is pretty cool. You just have to be really good at the cable management, which, as you can see, I am not. Now it's the moment of truth. Yay, it works! In summary, if you use this power distribution board, flick it to 3 volts, connect your minis via positive and negative wires from the battery packs, and connect the power board to a DC power cable rated a minimum of 3 volts and a maximum of 12 volts, and at least 5 amps, you will have enough power to power up to 13 houses. Obviously, the more amps, the more you can have, I assume. Caveat, not an electrician. If you liked this video, please hit the thumbs up and subscribe to see more of my miniature content. See you next time.